I know most of these people here have dumped everything that they have into these businesses to support this county, this community.
For Chris Donner, his family's life savings built Game Over Arcade in Lincoln City, a building that doubles as his family's home. At Monday's virtual city council meeting in Lincoln City, he shared that the risk of losing all of it grows the longer restrictions keep his doors closed.
Spring breaks are booked. We didn't get that this year, and it's going to be a miracle if we can make it through this next winter.
It was around spring break that city leaders in Clatsop, Tillamook, and Lincoln counties together decided to require all hotels, motels, and rentals to close to discourage tourists from visiting the coast. That decision was separate from the state's COVID-19 restrictions, which banned all non-essential travel. Now, as the state looks toward reallowing leisure travel, coastal cities are considering when to loosen their own self-imposed lodging restrictions. In Newport, city council members discussed a draft that would call to reopen coastal lodging May 31st, a boost to the economy, which largely relies on hotel jobs.
So there's no money available to pay rent.
Council members considered calling for new lodging restrictions to look less at the number of people allowed to stay in rentals and more at whether they are immediate family members or cohabitating during quarantine. Though the state has never ordered hotels to close, a May 31st reopening date would likely come before the state phases back in non-essential travel.
There certainly is fear. Sometimes it is unreasonable, but I think it is also prudent.
Back in Lincoln City, Chris, the arcade owner, has always taken exception to rules ordering what businesses can stay open or closed rather than letting people decide.
I'll tell you, Friday was the first time that I had to go to the grocery store. I went to Safeway. I'll tell you, it was impossible to social distance in that store. And it disgusted me to know that is okay, but yet I can't open my doors.
Coastal city leaders will take the input they received from council members and the public and discuss it at a joint meeting scheduled for Thursday. Catherine Cook, KGW News.
As for other coastal counties, we can tell you they've all submitted proposals to start phase 1 of reopening. According to the Daily Astoria, Clatsop County, which includes Astoria, Seaside, and Canna Beach, doesn't want to reopen lodging and invite visitors to return until at least phase 2. That would be the second week in June at the very earliest.